Hey guys, how's it going? TRX Traveler Adam here. Little vid on 7 skills to be mindful of with TRX training for better development. Now, some of them might seem obvious, but I think so many times, and this is something I go on about, so many times people just pick up a TRX and they just move. It's not movement, it's muscle-centric exercise that causes the better development, and that's what we're always aiming for. So when you crack into a TRX exercise, just be mindful of these 7 things, and also if you're wary of these 7 things and you're thinking about them, you might train better. So the first one is skill acquisition. Might seem pretty basic, but our aim is always to TRX better before we TRX more. So it's not about trying to do more reps, more sets, it's about trying to TRX better, locking down that technique, being super smart, mind to muscle connection internal, and really focusing on that connection, that violent contraction at the peak contraction top, the stretches at the bottom, full ranges of motion, really locking it in. The second one to be wary about is mobility, and by mobility I mean a lot of people assume that means tightness, and it means they need to do more stretching. That's not necessarily true. Lack of mobility can be a sign of weakness. So it's important to acknowledge that. And how can you solve that? How can you make sure that doesn't happen? You can again go back to perfect technique, taking every exercise through the full range of motion, working the muscle through its full range on every single part of your body to create equal balance. That strengthens mobility and it creates balance, not imbalances. Often lack of mobility can mean one muscle is stronger than the other, so it's pulling and it's tighter, or one muscle is weaker, so the opposing muscle is pulling, which causes it to feel tighter. And stretching isn't necessarily always the solution. It's thinking, right, there's a weakness there, I need to strengthen myself. And create equal strength all over the body. The third skill is stability. What do I mean by stability? I mean that every time we exercise, every time we TRX exercise, we lock the body in stone, and only the muscle we are training should cause movement, nothing else. Everything else should be absolutely stable. It should be locked in. If you're doing curls, the body should be completely stable and rigid. Only the biceps should contract violently to cause the movement. No swinging, no throwing your arms around, no help. Absolute stability, and be proud of that. Lock that in and really focus on that. The fourth one is time. Time under tension is our greatest opportunity to challenge a muscle. Take your time. It's not about rushing reps. It's not about how many reps you can do. It's about how long each rep takes. On the eccentric, the isometric, the contraction, the concentric, the contraction, and the isometric, the static. So a normal range, I like to do a lot of 2 to 4 second tempos down on the negative, maybe 1 or 2 back up, and then 1 or 2 or even up to 4 on the isometric, the hard, really hard squeeze. Some of these reps on some of the programs go up to 8-12 seconds for 1 rep. It's not about the reps, it's time. Time under tension is what challenges the muscles and makes them develop better. So be wary of that and master it. Be proud of mastering time under tension. With focus on number 4, time, it means that you will challenge the skill set number 5, which is muscular endurance. Increasing muscular endurance improves the muscle's ability to produce energy and get rid of waste products, metabolites. This in turn then increases work capacity, muscular stability and strength. So muscular endurance is a super key skill set to be aware of and to focus on, that comes from number 4, which is time. Number 6 is nasal breathing. Might sound super obvious, but you can make any TRX exercise super hard just by breathing through your nose. Now, it's a bit of a more advanced technique. If you start doing pistol squats with long time under tension, you get to the 5th or 6th rep and you're like, Christ, I need to breathe through my mouth. But if you keep practicing nasal breathing, not only does it regulate blood through your body into your muscles better, not only do you help uptake nutrient better into your muscles through the nitrogen oxide balance, but you will also challenge your aerobic capacity. Now, the aerobic capacity is skill set number 7. Aerobic capacity, in simple terms, is the body's ability to use energy, ATP, in the presence of oxygen. So the better your O2 capacity, the better you can utilize energy, and ultimately the better the body becomes at performing high amounts of work using fat as an energy source. So those are 7 skills: skill acquisition, mobility, stability, time, muscular endurance, nasal breathing, and aerobic capacity. Be aware of those 7, think about those 7 in every single rep, every single set, every single TRX workout. And if you do focus on them and you're wary of them and you take pride in being a master of those, you will notice the difference in TRX training, and over time you'll notice the difference in your results and your development. All my programs that I create, they have these 7 skill sets as the foundation. And I've just recently released the Advanced Full Body Intensity program, which I'll put a link to it right here if you're interested. Thanks very much for watching.